Do you hate flossing? Do you feel like every time you go to the dentist, you get a lecture about how you haven't been flossing? Well, my name is Dr. Emily Kraft, and today I'm going to let you know some information about why you get that lecture and why it really is important to floss. What I want to talk to you about is the transition in your mouth, healthy gums, all the way down to gum disease, gingivitis, and then to the point where you have this other crazy disease called periodontal disease. The first thing that happens is you transition from a healthy mouth to having what everyone has heard of called gingivitis. Gingivitis is just basically where your gums have some inflammation. They're infected. What happens is this. You get gingivitis because you don't floss and get the bacteria and the food out of your mouth well enough. When you don't floss, millions of bacteria hang out in between your teeth. When they stay there, your body hates that they're there, and it tries to fight them, just like any bacteria that your body's in contact with. Bacteria in a cut, the flu, anything like that, your body's going to turn on its immune system. What happens is your immune system kicks in. Your body makes all of its bacteria fighting things in other parts of your body, and it sends them to your gums. The way that this stuff gets there is in your blood. You have extra blood in your gums, bringing all of these bacteria fighting things to kill the bacteria and kill the food and everything that's hanging out in between your teeth because you didn't floss it out. The easiest way to know if you have gingivitis is this. Your gums bleed when you brush, or they bleed when you decide that maybe you're going to floss this year. In order to get rid of your gums bleeding, you just need to floss more. That's all it is, and it's very simple. On a day-to-day basis, to be completely honest, it doesn't really matter if you floss and if your gums bleed. The problem is what it does long-term to your body and what it does long-term to your mouth. So if you're not a regular flosser, here's what happens in the long term. You have bleeding gums. The next thing that happens is your gums basically give up and they say, hey, we've been trying to fight this stuff for years. We've been bleeding for years. We give up. What happens is the gums kind of start to run away from the bacteria and the food and everything in your teeth. The first stage is that they kind of flap away from your teeth. They pull back, which creates what a lot of people have heard at the dental office called a pocket. When your gums pull away from your teeth, the bacteria and everything in your mouth that should be flossed and cleaned out of there goes deeper under your gums. As you can imagine, this creates a problem because the process continues, your immune system is still on, and the infection and everything that's going on in your gums just gets worse. The issue now is that because it's deeper under your gums, you can't floss it out and your toothbrush can't reach it. So now it's really more of a serious situation. Once the bacteria are deeper under your gums, it's very, very important to see your dentist. Only a professional dental cleaning can really get in there, get out the bacteria, and get out everything that's forming under your gums. If that doesn't happen, and if this process continues, what will eventually happen is the bacteria will go deep enough that it finds the bone. And it finds your jawbone and the bone that supports your teeth and keeps your teeth stable and sturdy in your mouth. If that bacteria finds the bone, you have now transitioned from gingivitis to what you might hear as periodontal disease. Periodontal disease is a big word that basically means the bacteria in your mouth have found the bone. What happens when the bacteria find the bone is the bone becomes infected. The bone tries to fight the infection, it tries to fight the bacteria, it doesn't like that the bacteria is there, it fights it for a certain amount of time, and then the bone itself gives up too. And what happens when the bone gives up is it runs away from the bacteria. And you'll have really good bone around all of your teeth that soon starts to kind of whittle away. And it kind of erodes away from your teeth. This whole process happens, it takes maybe 20, 30, 40 years But eventually when you're 60, 70, 80 years old, you find that this has gotten to be so severe that you don't have much bone left around your teeth anymore. At a certain point, when you've lost bone from your teeth get loose, there's not enough bone supporting them, and they're eventually going to fall out. And that's not a very good situation to be in. So after hearing this information, most people then ask, well, if the bone is gone, can't you just put it back? And the short answer to that question is no. In general, if you have bone loss throughout your mouth, it really can't be, the bone cannot be put back to where it was in your healthiest state. In certain places, it's possible to regrow the bone. This involves very expensive, very painful, and complicated procedures at times to put this bone back to support your teeth. It's a road you really don't want to go down if preventing it is easy as flossing every day. So knowing all of that information about gum disease, periodontal disease, and flossing, here are some tips to help you get started down the right path. Flossing can be a hard habit to get into, because really it's just a habit. It takes about 30 seconds out of your day, and I think we can all say that we waste 30 seconds during the day. One thing that I tell my patients is 30 seconds is spent waiting at a red light. Put a thing of floss in the console of your car. At a red light, pull out a string, floss real quick, you're done. What you don't have to do is floss when you brush. Just floss once throughout the day. Doesn't matter that you do it in the morning or at night when you brush, just get that one time in. Getting in the flossing habit takes baby steps. Start with once a week. After you've gotten down once a week, go to twice a week and then maybe 3 times a week. And what you'll notice is that you transition from having the mindset of having to floss to wanting to floss. Because what you will feel is the change in your mouth where it starts to become healthy. And you'll like that feeling and you'll want to keep that feeling for a long time. In a future video, I'm going to tell you how oral health connects to total body health. In another video, I'm going to tell you 5 easy tips to improve your oral hygiene starting right now. Again, my name is Dr. Emily Kraft. Thanks very much for watching this video about keeping your gums healthy. If you'd like to know more, visit my website at pecanparksmiles.com. If this video caused you to even think about flossing, or maybe even pick up a piece of floss and floss once, give it a thumbs up. If you have a comment, feel free to leave it, and don't hesitate to subscribe to our video channel.